So, hello. Hi. I'm here. Hello. I'm hoping we're back to like a normal schedule now. I'm back. I had to give myself like a little refresher before the stream because I'm trying to remember what happened. I just remember two people are dead, and I think Celeste did it with the help of Hifumi, the one who died. I had to sit here and like remind myself because I was not going to remember otherwise. I think I remember mostly what happened. I think. No promises. We'll do like a refresher before this. Other good news. I have more RAM in my PC now after complaining for so long. So my PC should not be screaming at me. Hopefully. One can dream. It's been a lot better. So hopefully that means A, less stutteriness for you guys, and B, I could play more games. That my computer won't crash. I'm gonna reach to be alive until today since last time. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm hoping we're back to a normal schedule. I've been so busy. And like I really wanted to play Astrobot. It was Thursday, but I went to a game, so I didn't stream. So I am slowly having withdrawals over Astrobot. I want to play so bad right now. Part of me was like, what if I just, instead of doing our visual novel Saturday, I just played Astrobot? And I'm like, no, I need to finish Danganronpa. We gotta play Danganronpa. I also want to know what's going on in that. So, y'all almost got an Astrobot stream today, but I have to commit. Which game? Astrobot sounds a lot like Astro Boy. Astrobot's the one on PlayStation, the platformer that they had that tech demo that came out when the PS5 came out. This, I think it's like considered a sequel based off of like the opening thing to that tech demo. It's a cute little platformer with these little robots. His name is Astro. He is a bot, hence the name Astrobot. I love him so much. But we're playing Danganronpa. I think well, let me go ahead and switch over. Let's start with that. We'll switch over. I haven't closed the game since last time, so we'll be in a menu as soon as we open this up. Also, it's going to be loud as fuck for me on my end. Looks so fun. Only on a Switch and my laptop. I don't use my PS5 as much, but I'm trying to use it more. And honestly, having a game like Astrobot is helping with that because I'm like, oh, it's so cute. This is such a weird. I'm looking at the preview and I'm just looking at my Switch layout and I'm like, damn, what a weird, what a weird setup of games. We got Trigger Happy Havoc. We've got Hatsune Miku Fitness Boxing, Pocket Card Jockey, Hades, and Power Wash Sim. What a weird setup of games. I've just noticed that. Well, whatever. Yep. Whatever. It's very on brand for me, I suppose. So the plot of Astro Boy, instead of a platformer, is open world. Wait, what? Astro Boy? Are you talking the character? Or am I thinking of a different Astro Boy? I'm thinking of the... What? Does he have a video game? I know it was an anime. My end. Niska. I have 9-rip, and I need to start it. I just haven't. I've had a particularly hard week. Not hard week, a bad week. Bad lot of bad luck. So I was just like, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna play Hades and Power Wash Sim to make myself feel better. I literally have, hold on. I usually post like merch hauls on my Twitter account. I haven't done the EU limited edition for 9-rip yet. But I have it here. I just need to play it. I just need to play it. I have no excuses. No excuses. I just have had a bad week and I just needed something to make myself feel better. So, also, is a game on PS2 and the PS3. I never played the PS3 one. I also didn't have a PS2, so that would also explain a lot because I was a young child and I tried not to look at video games from like the PS2 because it would make me sad. It'd make me sad because then I really wanted one and I never had one, and I didn't know anybody who had one, so I just had to like not pay attention to what games were out on the PS2. Same goes for the Game Boy Color, man. I had to do that with the Game Boy Color because we couldn't get one. This is better than the PS3 version. Makes sense. PS3 version was based off the movie. Ooh, so it was a completely different game. It wasn't like a port then. Weird. Interesting. I'm assuming they came out near the same time. Huh. I hate when they do shit like that. Although it happens more often with games. Just introduced because of the VTuber. Oh, no worries. I got you. Thank you for telling me though, because some people like who are moots with me on Twitter won't tell me, and I'm like, I can tell I know you. I don't know who you are because your names are different, and I don't know who you are. A lot of the time it happens though where the games are like drastically different, become around the same time with handhelds. So I'm surprised that happens with the console. That's interesting. Never noticed. I've never heard that happening. Okay. I hope you from GoTo. What about you go? Sorry, I lost that one. I had a thought, a joke, and then halfway through, my brain went, that makes no sense. Usually when that happens, I have the wherewithal to think a little bit before I say something, but that one it went for it. Astrobot sounds like the Astro Boy game with a different main character, the same side to be the platform, of course. Honestly, Astrobot, initially it was meant to be like a tech demo for the PS5, but like it was like way better than it needed to be. Like it was like a full platformer. Like I would have paid maybe like $15 for it kind of thing, but it was like a free game that came on the PS5. But it was like a genuinely like just like it wasn't a big game. So again, I would pay like $15 for it. But it was like a genuine platformer. And so people were like, what the fuck? This is like actually decent for it being a tech demo. That's so strange. It's just to show off the DualSense controller. But it's like, it was like a love letter to the history of PlayStation as well, which I absolutely adored. I grew up in a Sony household when it comes to video games. We had played PlayStation games, and then I had Nintendo handhelds, and that's how I grew up. So like I loved it because it was like, oh my god, you know, all these characters from my childhood, especially like PS1, PS3 era. And so it's very much a decent platformer that really shows off how cool the controller is, but also it's a love letter to PlayStation, especially because I guess the anniversary is coming up of PlayStation. And so it's such a fun time. I adored it. Except PS5 on exclusive, but still is the PS4, only because PS5 doesn't actually have that main exclusive compared to the PS4. Yeah, I noticed that too. That's a lot of why I haven't been playing on my PS5 when I got it. I'm trying to do more now because like anything I could play on my PC, if it's on PlayStation, I'd rather play it there, if that makes sense. As an honorable, do you mean all three exclusives? Yeah. There's not a lot. That's a part of the reason why I haven't been playing the PlayStation though, is because any exclusives that are there, are not my like thing usually. And then outside of that, I usually end up playing like older games or games I missed out on the PS4. Like I don't have a PS4, my dad does, but I never really like played on it. So I missed out a lot on a lot of those games, like except for like Little Big Planet. Anything else I never really played on that. Or like if there's PS3 games on there, I can like go relive my childhood. But outside of that, there hasn't been really anything interesting. So anytime there's like a game I could play on PC, I'm going to be playing it on PlayStation now. I'm trying to like do that so it's a lot easier. Plus I have this subscription thing, which makes it cheaper for me as well. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, as someone who has I don't have Ethernet in here. Someone who doesn't have like a wired system. like streaming some of the games is not that bad. It's not great. I will say that. I'm not advocating let's keep doing it, but it's not the worst. If that makes sense. Like, it's not terrible. Like, it's serviceable. I wouldn't play it on stream for you guys as much as I'd want to. Sony has plenty of exclusive. Yeah, but a lot of them aren't like things I would play for the most part. That one that came out recently with the lady, I don't know what it's called. It came out recently, and by recently I mean past few months. The girl with the bodysuit in space. Stellar Blade? Was that what it is? I'm trying to remember. Like, I would maybe play that. That looks like something I might play, but like outside of that, I don't know. I can't think of anything that like exclusive I would. No, Sony has exclusives. It's just not a lot of things that I wouldn't. It's a lot of like exclusives tend to be like things that I wouldn't play recently, which like whatever. They don't make games just for specifically me, so I can't, you know. PS4 has way more. Yeah, I'd agree. What do you want to play? I just like a lot of people play shooters and shit. And I don't play shooters. You guys have probably seen my controller aim. It's horrid. I have the worst controller aim I have ever seen. That's saying something. So when a lot of games have a lot of shooting in it, I'm like, fuck, man, I can't play that on like console because it's like a bad time for me. And a lot of exclusive games tend to have shooting elements to it, and I'm not here for it. I can't aim. Like, to the point where if shooting is involved, there are some people I know who will not play with me if I'm playing on controller. I should play turn 12 at a friend's house. I don't play shooters. Okay, now you, Sans, you say that, but also, I missed several times the last time we played this on stream. I missed probably like 8 times in a row at one point. What do you want to play? Outside of that, I'm really down for anything. Mostly a lot of hack and slash games, any story-based puzzles. It's not like the reason I don't really specify anything in specifically because I'm down to play kind of anything as long as it's not a shooter, because if it's a shooting game where I have to aim, I will have the worst time imaginable. It's bad. Like, I always bring up the story of when I would play on I played on the PlayStation 3 with my dad once. It was one of the Call of Duties, and I don't remember what it was, but there was this, like, oh my god, it was like these, like, little, like, not side missions, but, like, mini-game portions where you could do, like, a mission, a 2-player mission, and I remember there was one, and one person would be in a helicopter, and the other person was on the ground. And so my dad was like, let's try that. And I was like, okay. So I grabbed the controller and I went in the helicopter. Every single time we started the level, we wouldn't make it past like 1 minute because I would accidentally shoot him because I couldn't fucking aim from the helicopter. And then being on the ground didn't help either. And my dad just kind of was like, yeah, we're not playing this again. Feels like nobody wants to die. What is this? There's yourself in dystopian world, New York. Intelligence price someone has to pay. Noir story leads is noir thriller. Okay, here's the thing though. I'm great at shooters with mouse and keyboard. I will say that. It's just when I have to play it specifically on console, I cannot do it. I'm pretty good at like a mouse and keyboard. I just can't. My aim is the worst I've ever dealt with. Does a Tsushima? I think I have that one in my library. I have Horizon. Jesus Christ, that game takes up so much space. God of War, I think we had on the PS4. That's also one I played. I played the first one. Do I have the second one? I don't even know. Where are my PS5 games? Did I not like take them out of the box? Apparently not, ironically. Spider-Man I played. I need to get the new one. Bloodborne I have downloaded. Demon Souls I don't think I have downloaded. Death Stranding I think I also have downloaded. I just don't have Stellar Blade downloaded. Jurassic World Evolution sounds like your ideal streaming series. For real, like, I'm not opposed to shooter games. I'm kind of a variety person. I'm down for kind of anything. It's just I can't play it on console. I can't. It's a bad time because I get very frustrated. Like, let me. I know you guys can see on my screen right now that Power Wash Simulator is on here. I even struggled to play this that I would only played it for like 5 minutes. And then I had to close it and got really sad because I had to play something else because I got too frustrated because I could not aim properly with the controller. I had to close Power Wash Sim. I think that says everything that you need to know. If I am willing to quit Power Wash Sim because I'm struggling, let that be a sign. These two park builds, the only shooting you do is a trank darts, and it's only story TBH. If you build a park right. See, I'm fine with shooting on PC, though. If it's on PC, I'm fine. Like, I play Borderlands and shit. I've done, like, The Division and everything. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm not the best, I'll say that. But, like, I'm fine. I usually can, like, I'm really good at like, a sniper, like, role. I just can't with controller. I just can't do it. I cannot do it. I think part of it is that, like, just trying to aim with just, like, using my thumbs is very difficult because also I'm a little twitchy and I'm a little shaky. I feel like I have a lot more control if I lower the DPI and use my entire hand. It's easier than just trying to rely on only your thumbs, and, like, even using, like, an auto aim kind of thing still stresses me out. Those stick controller aim, just use mouse and keyboard and ladders. I thought I just didn't play shooters because I've only been used to playing games on consoles with controllers. That when I finally played a shooter game on mouse and keyboard, I was like, oh, I'm not terrible at this. I'm pretty okay. It's just with a controller. It took me way too long to figure that out. Maybe, like, this was, 6 years ago? PC, Xbox, Space Station, on the Switch. I usually, if it's, like, on multiple platforms, I usually don't go for the Switch version, I'll be honest. I love you, Switch. I love you, Nintendo, but damn, y'all don't usually have good quality that often. Just being honest there. Steam is probably the best version, and my computer might not crash now that I have memory. Too bad Raincoat Plus came out so much later for non-Switch. Honestly, it did not run bad on Switch, though. I'm sure it will run way better on, like, PlayStation and stuff, which everybody go get Raincoat, please. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. On PS5, so for gyro, I can gyro aim. I will say that I can gyro aim. That I can do really well. It's just when I have to rely purely on the thumbstick, I cannot do it. Like, I specifically gyro aim in Legend of Zelda, and I cannot do it any other way. And I know a lot of people hate that shit, like, do in that specific game. I can't do it any other way. That's the only way I can aim. That's the only way I've made it through that game, let's be real. Oh, man. Still chugging away at the Division 2. Okay, here's the thing. When it comes to me playing games with other people, that's one of those games that I play with other people. When I tend to play games with other people, we'll, like, play a couple times, and then the person I'm playing with will just, like, back out on me. And so, like, when it comes to those kinds of games, I just never get to finish them. So I haven't finished any of the Division. I haven't finished Borderlands 3. People keep backing out on me when it comes to games, and I'm like, y'all need to quit. I don't know, because I love gyro aim. Gyro aim is, like, so much easier. It's so much easier to aim because I feel like I have a lot more control. Granted, I know if I try to play it on stream, I am a little shaky. I do have a bit of a shake to me. that it will kind of be a little hard to watch for you guys, but it's a little easier for me because you'll see how shaky I can get sometimes. Not crazy like in gyro. It's the only way I can aim. It's not that I like it. It's my only option. I could play Division or Division 2 with others or by myself. I enjoy the way I don't know. When it comes to that kind of game, it's not something I voluntarily play. But when I play with someone will suggest it, I'll be like, yeah, sure. And I have fun when it's with others because I could just be a dumbass and run around. But like, I don't play it by myself because I feel like I'd get bored after a while. But it's very fun playing those kinds of games like with friends. This would be a lot more fun. Although sometimes people get yelled at with each other. The game kind of first around season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like OG Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of in VR if you ever want to play. I don't have VR, so I don't see myself getting VR anytime soon. Aim depends on the game for me. If you have games like that have multiple axis aiming, it's great. But like classic Doom, you can only right and left, so not great. I will say most gyro aiming is not the worst. I can usually cope with it if it's like a specific like I have to use it. Or if it's better for aiming. There's one game, and this is going to be hilarious bringing this up again. There's one game where the gyro aiming is kind of janky for me. And I'll be real, it's Power Wash Simulator. I tried it out for the first time because I was like, oh, maybe if I gyro aim, it'll be easier than trying to aim with thumbsticks. No. I just quit. And to move while gaming with the rest is leg syndrome. Oh, I do too, which is probably why I don't try to use gyro games because it will be shaky as fuck for you guys. Game I enjoyed, granted the only Yu-Gi-Oh game I've ever played. I've never played any Yu-Gi-Oh games. I've never played. I watched this. I remember watching the original series when it came out, like when I was in the States by this time. So it was like the WB one, I think. And every week waiting for the episode to come out. Which I rewatched that later on. Still holds up. I should rewatch the original again. It's so good. It's so good. I'm extremely prejudiced against card games or digital card games. I'm not, clearly. I like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Hi. So, couldn't be me. Could not be me. And I hear fine, and is it not gonna blast my eardrums like it did before stream started? I had this loud as fuck earlier, and it scared me so bad. Releasing for Yu-Gi-Oh! February, you might enjoy that. It's gonna be full original games for Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're not released in the States. Oh, really? They're releasing a lot of games that weren't released in the States lately. Like, I'm here for that. Because then I don't have to, like, bend over backwards for shit. I'm just so tired of having to bend over backwards for translations and shit. It's such a pain in the ass. Look at it, you diabolic lovers. That was a pain in my ass. Okay. I don't remember if they give me a recap. Nope, nope. I am on a Switch controller, not a PlayStation controller. That is not back, that is select. I hope they give me... the opposite of my family, two digital board games. We're all over the place in my family. I play the game IRL. Sadly, yeah, sometimes... Are you like talking about the guys who play card games? Because I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to have a boyfriend that I went to like tournaments with. Yeah, I get what you're saying. He used to play Magic the Gathering. So yeah. Good news of confirmation email to be a judge for official events. Ooh! Oh, you get paid? $6 is the venue and make sure the event goes smoothly and get home. Ooh, nice! That's actually not bad payment-wise. That's pretty good. If I have a controller and then like, what am I doing? Hand me dice and cards and like, what am I doing? Usually... Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. I'm gonna have to remember that for later. So I can do some research into it. $16 is not bad. My family is have at least played video games at least like pretty decent amount of times in their life, so I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry. Okay, we're gonna get started. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I'm gonna walk towards the elevator. I also don't like to read, so reading a bunch of rules turns into static for me. I can't say the same, considering we're having a visual novel Saturday. Can't say the same about the reading thing. I can't remember if they have a recap. If not, I think I'll be okay, because I kind of remember for the most part. Game's not going to be not cheap, but cheaper. Well, to be fair, that sounds like it's going to be multiple games, so I can kind of see them charging $50. Because that's like a little bit cheaper than like a big game price, but like you're getting multiple games, I guess I can kind of see it. Just depends. It's getting real sparse in here. Oh, it helps if I move. Oh, God. Got this in the way. Where do I put it? It helps if I don't have something blocking my screen. Subtitles and dialogues are, could I have a tutorial and throw text wall? I can't do this. Yeah, if it's a tutorial, I can't deal with it. What was the game? What was the game? Fire Emblem Warriors? I couldn't make it 10 minutes in that game. Because every fucking 30 seconds, it would throw another tutorial at me, and I got so pissed off that I just dropped the game altogether. I couldn't deal with it. I was like, no, I'm done. Fuck this game. It was like, because it wasn't even like, it was like stopping my progression every 30 seconds with the tutorial for just like 10 minutes straight, and I lost my mind. I was like, I cannot deal with this. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down.